Welcome.
Welcome to Two Tunes Podcast.
Two Tunes. Podcast.
Dos Tunes.
What would be Spanish for tunes?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's probably just be like a take on like the word song.
Yeah. What's slang for song?
I don't know, dude.
So we talk about Two Tunes.
We do.
And occasionally we just look at our Instagram posts.
That's what you're doing.
I am, but I'm doing that because I sent an email to someone at 10:38 a.m.
Send an email so you're checking your Instagram?
Yep. Sent an email. Yeah. Sent a 2-meal.
Hey, so since the last time we recorded,
Yeah.
I saw Sunny Day Real Estate
Yeah.
and the Appleseed Cast.
This is like the 20th time we've talked about
But
it.
I'm actually talking about it because it happened,
Yeah.
and they were really good.
Are you going to see
Both bands.
Turnstile?
When is that again? And
I
where?
don't know.
And where is that? I don't remember.
It's downtown Harrisburg.
Oh, it's here. Yeah. Yes, then yes.
Okay.
I am planning on going to see that. There's like so many shows happening.
In Harrisburg?
Well, no, just like around.
Okay.
So like the Starting Line just announced they're doing like 2 shows with one of them's with May.
Yes.
And one of them's in like Philly or Baltimore or something, not too far away. That I want to go to. Turnstile's going to be coming close. Somebody else I just saw. Somebody's playing at Phantom Power. Oh, Thursday, and like Cursive or something are playing at Phantom Power in Millersville, which is apparently a venue.
In Millersville?
Yeah.
Okay.
It must be. I don't know if it's on campus or what.
I think all of these medium-sized venues or bands are just like, we can sell out a medium-sized venue.
100%.
Let's do that and make bank because we'll sell it out instead of being like, well, let's throw this theater.
Yeah, no. So anyway, the show was really good. Have you ever been to the Fillmore in Silver Spring? It was my first time there.
Yes. Is it kind of like wide and shallow?
Yes.
Yeah. And you walk in and then you go to like
You can go to the right or the left. Like merch was like right when you walked in.
Yeah.
And then you just go around that and then you're there. It's wide-ish. It is certainly like wider than it is deep.
As you walk in, was the stage to your left or right?
Straight ahead.
Okay.
There are multiple Fillmores.
Yes,
so
I know.
Like there's a Philly one and an LA one
And it's in Silver Springs,
Silver Spring, Maryland.
Okay. Is there one in Baltimore? Or is that just like the one that's closest?
There's a venue called like Soundstage or something that's in Baltimore.
I think I saw the Deer Hunter there.
Okay. Yeah, it was cool. It kind of reminds me of I was at the Brooklyn Bowl in Nashville this summer. It kind of reminds me of that, just minus the bowling alley.
And there's like windows that... No?
No.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah. Unless there used to be.
They could change it.
But it's cool. I will be going there. So this is coming out, on the 11th? This episode?
Next Monday.
Tuesday.
So
this comes out the 11th. As folks
Bo doesn't even know what time the show starts.
If you're listening to this the day it comes out, which is October 11th, I will be seeing Sammy Ray and the Friends.
I just saw that.
Tomorrow on October 12th.
On their website.
In Silver Spring at the Fillmore. And then Friday...
Same place?
No, different place. I'll be seeing the Wonder Years, who we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Oops.
You're not going to go see Steve Lacy on the 15th?
No, I just know that one song.
Were you going to go see Me First?
Yes, but I don't think I can.
Okay.
I'm prioritizing shows. Although I should prioritize that because I don't know if I'll ever see them again.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's also not the original lineup, so not that matters. I just want to hear Spike sing. It's not like him.
There is no real lineup, I guess.
Well, Spike is the lead singer.
Yeah, it's Spike and Friends.
And Friends, yeah.
But
yeah, that show was good.
You said you're going to go see the Starting Line?
I would like to.
It's a Friday.
Yeah, I know, and I think
I'm just looking at the venue, like at the Fillmore.
Is that where they're playing? Is it the Fillmore?
Yeah.
Okay.
December 16th.
Cool. Yeah.
Alter Bridge? You going to go see Alter Bridge?
No, I'm not going to go see Alter Bridge.
Bikini Kill?
No.
They're doing 2 nights.
That's okay.
There's a health check.
Cool. But yeah, it was a cool venue. It was a good show.
Why would Halloween be in May?
I got some vinyl from the Appleseed Cast. Bought it right from the lead singer. That's fun. So, Bo,
Yeah.
we'll dive right in then. So, the Wonder Years.
Yeah.
Do you know them? Did you listen to them?
I've been listening to the singles as they've been coming out, but I haven't listened to the whole album.
But have you listened to them since like they've been a thing for like
No.
since 2005, basically?
No.
Yeah. So you know of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the name.
Yeah. I just never listened to them for whatever reason.
Yeah, me either.
They just
My
off the radar for me. Like I've known about them
my
for a long
friend
time.
Brian, I think has gone to see them
Okay.
a couple times, and Dan Campbell. I know that guy's name. Doesn't he have? He's the lead singer. Isn't he like have a podcast?
Maybe.
Something.
I don't know. I didn't do enough research.
I didn't do any research.
They're local-ish to us.
Yeah,
They're from Lansdale. I found out that like maybe the bass player was like roommates with my cousin's friend in college, like at Millersville.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool. It was my cousin's daughter's second birthday party on Sunday.
Oh.
and so I was at this party, and I was like, his like old friend from college was there with like his kid and wife and stuff, and we were just chatting, and I forget how it came up. I wasn't even saying like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go see like the Wonder Years on like next week. We were just like talking about whatever, and I think it was just because like, oh, you're a musician, cool. Like my old college roommate was like a bass player in this band. I was like, oh, what band? I was like, oh, the Wonder Years. I was like, oh, I'm like literally going to see them like in 10 days. So, but yeah, anyway, so band I've known about, I've known the name. Obviously it's like a name of a TV show and whatever.
Yeah.
And they've been around since like 2005, but I just never listened to them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I heard them on a compilation at some point, but it just never kind of got in my rotation. And then I don't know, maybe like a month or so ago or a couple months ago, I see that they have like a new single out. I saw it on some social media thing. Is it Low Tide? Is that the name of the song? I should pull it up. Hang on.
The one that I had in my head is like
Low Tide.
Okay.
The chorus is something to the effect of like, I'm growing out my hair because who gives a shit.
Okay.
So I heard that song. I was like, oh, that's cool. I also, because again, have not followed this band. I was like, oh, okay, maybe they're like one of those bands that like they were a thing in the early 2000s and like they haven't been a thing in a long time and now they're back. And then I like dig in and I'm like, oh no, they've just always been a band. They've just every couple of years, they release an album, they go on tour. But that's what kind of drew me in at first. I was like, oh, I know that name. I know those guys. Let me check out like what their new stuff is. And I really liked that song. And then just kind of like waited for the album to come out. And I just have been obsessed with the album now since it's been out, which has only been like a couple weeks at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I just really, really like it. And I had trouble picking a song to play because I just like so many of them.
Yeah.
So
what is the song that I was listening to? Oldest Daughter.
Oh yeah,
that's the one that I.
Which is a sequel.
It's a sequel.
So there are 2 songs on here. I've been like reading a little bit about like the new album.
Okay.
And there are 2 songs, including that one, that are sort of like sequels to other songs that they've had because there are sort of main characters that are in both.
Okay.
So Madeline, who he references in there, she's referenced somewhere else as well.
Cool.
In an older song. And Cardinals 2.
Yeah.
There was a song called Cardinals.
Obviously.
Yeah. So this whole album is basically about like parenthood and adulthood.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of every article just kind of focuses on that. So because of that, and because it's a good song, I picked track 2.
Wyatt's
song, or Your Name in parentheses.
Yeah.
And it's about the guy's son, Wyatt.
This episode is sponsored by parentheses.
A little bit. Yeah. But I just thought it was a cool take on like a song for your kid.
Mm-hmm.
Because plenty of artists have done that, like they become a parent and like, their perspective shifts.
Did you look into the songwriting of this song?
No, I did not.
Mark Hoppus.
Oh, I did see that he was listed. I wasn't sure if he was.
I don't know what he did.
Is it songwriting credits or is
songwriting?
It okay? Because I was like, I didn't remember hearing his voice on.
I don't think he sang at all. I think it's just like
songwriting credit.
Maybe I don't know, some part that gets him a third.
Sure. Did he write the bass line? I don't know.
Probably not.
Yeah,
something.
But yeah, so but it's a cool perspective of the song, and just like you can make out I think pretty much all the lyrics.
Oh yeah, it's very clear.
But just like talking about like some different things of being a parent and stuff. And there's like there's a line in there like I think like in the first verse where he talks about like, I'm like looking at your knees and just wondering like which is going to be the bad one in your 30s. That's just such a like an interesting line. But
I wasn't paying attention that well.
Yeah, but
I just like the your name,
yeah,
your name. And then also the beats per minute thing.
Yeah, that opening line, like I've been, what does he say? Like, I recorded your heartbeat. It's 133, and like,
which I don't think that this song is.
It's not. I thought about that, and I was like, I don't think it is though.
It'd be so cool though.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like it's interesting, and that's what I found throughout the whole album. Like the lyrics are really, really well done. Mm-hmm. Musically, it's all really good. Probably my favorite track is the opening track called "Doors I Painted Shut." But man, it's devastating. It's really like it ends with like I don't like me. Mm-hmm. The opening line is like, I don't want to die, at least not without you, and like whatever. And then it's like, and then it's basically like to me it sounds very like suicidal ideations, or just like having those kind of thoughts and things and stuff, and like just mental health issues and other things. So it's really brutal and rough, but it's also like a really beautiful song. It also gets, some of the lyrics get mentioned and brought back in the final track, which I think is also really interesting. I super recommend this album. We're going to listen obviously to Wyatt's song and talk about it, but yeah, I've been like super obsessed. And like I said, a band I never listened to before that's been around for almost 20 years. Yeah. And now I'm like diving into all their stuff. I'm literally going to see them in a few days. Like, that's how excited I was about these guys and this album. So
cool. So here's Wyatt's song.
Your song. Your name.
Your name.
I like the singer's voice too.
Are there two singers? Or in this, at least.
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. There are times when it sounds like two people.
Yeah. I mean,
besides harmony.
Yeah.
That's what he says it there. Yeah, it's a fun line. It's also like a pretty straightforward song as far as form and everything too.
Yeah.
Like chorus, pre-chorus, or verse, pre-chorus, chorus. Yeah, there's references too of like, do you know that I'm bad at this? Like, as a kid, like.
I found glass in the garden.
Like, I don't know why, but I'm analyzing it more right now.
Okay.
And I think I've been doing that recently with when we record the podcast. Is I listen more intently. So like that drum fill that was there, and then like the guitar riffs that are on the right, I find interesting. Yeah. And I'm like, ooh, that's cool. So like the more you listen to something, the more you can explore the various facets of it.
Yeah. And then we go into the bridge. After the chorus, second chorus, sorry, forgot. Actually, they just repeat that line.
Like, that sounds like somebody different.
Yeah. No, it's the same. I think it's the same guy.
I think it's the same guy, too. Yeah. But it's, like, a different style.
Yeah, for sure.
More of just, like, just hanging out, just doing here. And then the others, he's like,
and he does that
yelling
throughout, too. Yeah. And there you'd expect maybe chorus again, but it's just different version of bridge. Oh yeah, that's the line. I'm glad you don't know that I'm bad at this. I figured you as a parent could relate to this obviously more than me as not being a parent, but
we're all messing up.
I totally get the sentiment, 1,000%.
Anybody who says I'm a great parent is not a great parent.
Who says I'm a great parent has people to do that for them.
Not saying you're a bad parent who is listening to this, Just
at
saying,
all.
if you think that you're great,
If you think you're perfect at this, yeah, no one is.
we're all struggling.
Yeah.
I just think be humble. And here's our next song, Humble.
Yeah.
Was there
Glockenspiel in
Yes.
there? Yeah.
I was like, there's Glockenspiel.
Throwback to we were
Oh my-
promised jetpacks.
I included like in all the things that I've been making recently. There's Glockenspiel slash
Little tambourine there at the end.
Celeste.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I am obsessed with this album. It's so good. And I've been going back. I've been like forcing myself not to just keep listening to it and then like, oh, let me listen to one of their older albums. Let me listen to this album. Like
Exploring and being like,
yeah,
it's my new favorite band.
It's kind of cool too that I'm coming at it only from like their current, I don't want to say the end, but like the current state of their timeline, to then go back and hear older things, and it's like, oh man, I can hear where you're going. I can like hear how you're going to mature.
Are you starting at,
I'm not starting anywhere.
You're just randomly.
The first thing I started listening to besides this album was, what are the top singles on Spotify? Let me find those. And like 4 of them or 3 of them were not from this album, so it's like older ones. And then I've listened to 2 of their albums straight through. Let me find those so I can properly name them. One is Suburbia, I've Given You All, and Now I'm Nothing. That is the cover with the person in the, I don't know, duck outfit or bird outfit. Okay. And I have also listened to, what was the other one I listened to? Oh, maybe I didn't. Maybe I just like let it play of like songs of theirs. So I don't think I did actually listen to. I did listen to that album, but I don't think I listened to another full album. Just kidding. I totally listened to The Upsides, which is from like 2010.
Okay.
So, yeah, but I'm just digging them. Like I'm stoked to see them live. It should be fun. I'm also looking forward to going to see Sammy Ray. I'll report back on that in like 2 weeks because we're going to record another episode tomorrow.
Breaking news. I don't really know if this is breaking news or not.
What?
I mean, it's definitely not when it's on the pod.
Oh.
Tom DeLonge has rejoined Blink-182 and will embark on an arena tour in 2023 with the band, according to a report by a Chicago radio station. The real question is, what's happening with that guy?
Matt Skiba. He's probably just not in the band anymore.
Yeah, probably. Sad news for Matt Skiba.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like Tom DeLonge's voice, but
it's gotten better.
Has it? I haven't listened to it.
I mean, it's much better than
or whatever.
Well, I mean, it's still that, but I mean, in comparisons to the first Blink albums,
sure,
so much better.
Yeah. Have you listened to Newfound Glory at all? His voice sounds weird. Like he had a very nasal voice before. I mean, we listened to that one song, the cover song, but he's like tried to get away from that, I guess, and it just sounds different. And so like it's not bad, but I'm like, when I listen to Newfound Glory, I'm expecting the singer to sound a certain way. So what are you laughing at?
Well, there's like a thing that says, to all the fans, I never quit the band.
They just kicked you out for a minute?
I guess. Are we dysfunctional? Yes, but Christ.
Yeah. Is he still like a crazy tinfoil hat wearing guy?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Cool. I hope they make fun of him on stage for that. That'd be very funny.
Okay.
You've seen them live, right? Blink?
I don't know.
I've never seen.
If I have, it was at like a Warped Tour.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't think
I saw
did.
them on. Oh gosh, what tour was that?
Take Off Your Pants and Jacket.
No. I've seen them like with Matt Skiba at least once.
Okay.
But I'm trying to think if Tom was with them or Matt was with them both times that I saw them. I don't remember. I don't know.
If you saw them before I worked here, it was probably with Tom. If it was after, it's definitely.
Yeah. It might be both times were after. I don't know. I think they were both in Hershey, like just like they were the headliners. The one wasn't it Blink and Lil Wayne? Oh,
I don't know.
That was just like a couple years. That was like 2019 or something. And then I don't remember who the other one was. But anyway,
good that we filled in second news with something, because I know nothing about Roe Kapara. Kapara.
Oh boy.
I knew absolutely nothing. There is nothing on the internet about this person. Like, their website is just like, here's my songs. And there's no interviews, there's no live stuff. I don't even think they've ever played a show. I don't know. The way that I found them is through TikTok.
I was going to say, you sent me a TikTok of this song, right?
Yeah, this probably. I think this is it's got great parts to it. I don't think that it's a great song all the way through. And when we listen to it, I'll be like, this is what needs to change. And I don't think it's like, it would take a ton to fix it.
Yeah.
Just somebody needed to be like, what do you think? It's like, well, this needs to happen here.
Okay.
And then it would happen, and then it'd be like, amazing.
Yeah, because as soon as I started listening to it, I was like, man, I know this song. Why do I know this song? And then I was like, oh, I bet Bo sent me this on TikTok.
Yeah, so I found it on TikTok, and then I'm like, ooh, that's really cool. Let me go listen to the whole song. And it wasn't out yet, so I've been waiting, and then I noticed, hey, it's out now.
Yeah.
I'll listen to it. I'm like, this is really good. Maybe I should bring it on the pod.
There is nothing about them.
Yeah. Which I did see stuff like, guitars were played by this person and produced by this person and then mastered by this person because they're, they promote everybody, which is awesome. Which means that I think that this person is only a singer. I don't think that they made the beat or anything. They just did the lyrics and sang. That's my assumption. I don't know because it doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Or maybe they did do the guitar part, but they just had a professional play it. Anyways, the song's called Everything's Fine, and in parentheses, because this episode is sponsored by parentheses, Nuke song. A lot of their songs have the parentheses, and it's like, it's this.
Yeah.
Like, here's the real name, but then here's the thing name.
Yeah. I'm trying to pull up their SoundCloud because sometimes they'll have a bio, but
yeah,
the internet sucks here. Yeah, it just says written by Roe Kapara and then produced by Sensu and Mandachimo and mixed by Eastman or 3 Eastman.
Yeah.
And then somebody said, realest song ever, really how life be.
Not wrong.
Someone else said, 2 fire emojis, good shit, bros. And then somebody else said, it's about time, thank God. Maybe that was you. Was that you?
No, it was not. I don't respond to that.
It's about time, thank God.
I did ask, I messaged the person on Instagram today being like, hey, we're going to record your podcast and feature it on here. You want to say anything? And they didn't respond back.
That's fair.
I mean, you don't have to respond back.
A lot of people, basically all these comments on the SoundCloud are like, oh my gosh, it finally dropped. Like, it's finally here. I had to wait a whole week for this.
Yeah. So, here is Everything Fine.
And a very good evening, everybody, coast to coast. Tonight,
The whole world's on fire. A private jet flies to Bel Air. All our food expired, but we'll feed the billionaires. They'll eat you.
I like his voice.
Till you're bare.
Yeah. Chorus, which is what hooked me.
Yeah.
Which kind of also feels like Pixies.
Yep.
Shoot out to space and watch us from their ship.
And this is louder than the...
Yep. Yeah, that second
turning it
guitar
down.
entrance comes in. So you good with it so far?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I like that it drops down into verse 2.
We'll make the youth salute the flag. They start to murder mom and dad. We're buried deep beneath the ground. The raid alarms begin to sound. You grab my shirt and hold me tight.
I think the production is really good. I just think that... So then there's a bridge. So verse, bridge is... I mean, it's the
chorus.
It's the chorus
down.
lyrics, which is great, which is awesome that it brought it like down chorus. This is what it's the exact same as the first chorus.
Copy paste.
Yeah. Well, it's not. It might not be exactly.
Yeah.
But it still has those big gaps.
Yeah.
Right.
I think from the songwriter or whatever perspective, they're probably like, we did a down chorus, so if I do the same thing as before, it does feel different.
But I don't think it does.
The communists are stepping up their propaganda to match the situation.
All right, so
that's
yeah, it stops. So I think the intro and the outro part, like I think they get cut off a little bit too. Like they're not long enough. It just feels cut to me.
Yeah.
So after the
Well, because it sounds like they're turning the TV on and off,
yeah,
Yeah.
which I get.
like an old school tube TV.
I had to listen. Like the first time, I'm like, that feels like it wasn't the real thing. It was like shortened. Let me see if I can find exactly where it is. Okay, so after the chorus, or after the down chorus, and then da do do da do do da, and then like instead of just da da, just be like heavy drums, heavy guitars.
Yeah.
Lyrically, keep the exact same things. Just add distorted guitars and drums the entire time, and make it even like bigger. So like you have your verse, your chorus gets a little bit bigger, then you come down, then you go really far down, and then you go really big up.
Yeah. I can see that. I could also see like an extra vocal line, or like him changing the vocal line as well.
Yeah, that's my only critique of that. Now it is in there. There is a new vocal line.
I have to listen again to catch it, but
a little bit way through of that. But it's like it's exactly the same how it begins, which just feels like here's my introduction, which is like, but we've already heard this before.
Sure,
and it doesn't. It's not an introduction anymore. This is my only critique. I think this person, it's going to be big.
Yeah,
like eventually.
You think?
Like I think, given enough time, and they're writing.
And they've got
songs.
a handful of stuff out, right?
Yeah,
They're
this is just a bunch of
of
singles.
Yeah.
And I think there might be an album, but I think that they're doing really well.
Cool.
I just think that I don't know how old this guy is.
Looks young. Looks young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like visually looks like what is his name?
Jeff.
Yeah, it is. It actually is Jeff. Really? Jeff Rosenstock.
Oh, that's so funny.
It is. Yeah, he kind of looks like Jeff Rosenstock.
I was just like using a random name. That's so funny. Okay, I don't know what Jeff Rosenstock looks like.
He looks like this guy.
Fair enough.
A little bit. But they don't sound alike at all. I think this guy sounds better than Jeff vocally.
Okay.
But they write different things completely. But yeah, I think that this person Roe is gonna make really cool things.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, this is your rookie card. And then I'm like, how many followers does this person have? And they have a lot. So it's like they don't need my opinion.
Sure. Although we've had a couple bands on here we've talked about that like weren't quite to the level that they're at when we talked about them. So I'm going to consider it us breaking them.
Well, yeah. I don't know if people are using the TikTok sound yet, or if they ever will.
Yeah.
But I've seen it a couple of times. All the time. It just like kind of pops up because it's the thing. But it's him. It's not like random person using that sound. Yeah. But it is really like I dig the chorus. The chorus is great. I just don't think it should be exactly the same the second time.
That's him calling.
That is him calling. He's saying, "What the hell?"
Roe Kapara is like,
Decline.
"Hey man, how many followers do you have?
Yeah,
how many streams do you have?"
Jesus,
happening.
All right, I guess
right, that's our cue to end.
Yeah, so
find us on social media, follow us, share, like, subscribe, all those things.
Yeah, so we will see you.
Two Juice Podcast. TwoJuicePodcast@gmail.com. Ask us questions. Do things. Join the Discord.
Those are all the things. Sorry to have to rush away. Did I talk about how I ran into, or that I met, or not met? I didn't meet this person. I met this person in 2002, or maybe it was 2005. Rich. I hung out with Rich.
Oh yeah. I saw. Yeah, I saw.
Yeah. So Rich from the Suicide Machine, name drop, or whatever you want to call it.
That was you dropping the name.
Jesus Christ, stop.
Phone's ringing again.
It is, but it's not going through the headphones anymore.
That's good.
So they played in DC on Friday, and then they played right outside Philly on Saturday, and then drove to Harrisburg and got there at like 2:30 apparently. And he's like, I should text Bo. And I'm you should.
2:30 in the morning.
2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
But he texted me the next day, and I'm like, no, it was on Sunday. He texted me, and it's like, so I'm in Harrisburg. It's like, we're gonna leave soon, but like if you want to come, like, I'm like, I will be right there.
Yeah.
So dropped everything I was doing and then drove 11 minutes down the street.
That's awesome.
And he was there, and I hung out with him for about an hour.
Cool.
In the parking lot of a Best Western. And then the other guys came down, gave them all hugs, took a selfie, which, guys, everybody in the world, take selfies with your friends.
Yeah.
There's a song by NoFX that's basically like, we should have taken more pictures together because I never imagined that you'd be gone. It's the Tony Sly song.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's super sad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, take pictures with your friends, even though you're like, well, why aren't you like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Take pictures with your friends.
Like, take pictures of your friends, because like when they're gone, you'll miss them and you'll be like, man, I really wish I had a picture with him or of them or something like that.
Yeah.
So take pictures with your friends
100%.
all the time, every time, especially when you're older, like in your 40s or late 30s.
Yeah.
Take pictures with your friends.
And thanks for Rich for like shouting out the podcast in his post on his story too. It wasn't just like, hey, it's me, my dude Bo. It was like, here's me, my dude Bo of
the code of the
code of Two Tunes podcast fame. By the way, speaking of the code, great picture of you.
Yeah.
And the rest of the band.
I forget who took that.
I don't know, but
Vulture something or other.
I put the Pam Beasley holding up the sign that says hot gif underneath. And every reaction, including yours and your wife's, was a laughing reaction.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm just trying to hype up my friend who looks good. You're all laughing at it.
Oh, look, there it is. I've stuck my name. Stuck again. No, this is another song, but it's another TikTok thing or video 19 hours ago from the guy that we just talked about. It was on Instagram. I'm going to look up because I forget who took the photo and I really want to shout him out. Vulture Culture.
Vulture Culture.
Vulture Culture. Yeah, from Philadelphia.
That's a great
picture. They take great photos. Mm-hmm. Great photos. And I'm like, that's really good. And then the one comment that was on Facebook was like, it's like, is that the Wacky Shack thing?
Oh, your shirt.
The shirt. Yeah. And I'm like, it is. And that's exactly the point of that shirt. Right. Is like, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think it's really cool.
Nice.
Just like the couple weeks, might have been last week in Podland.
Okay.
That I was wearing the Dunkin' Donuts shirt, or maybe 2 weeks ago.
Oh, dude, you know what's really funny right now?
Yeah.
As we said we were going to go, we still have to go. Currently, I don't know. This probably won't be still there as people are listening to this, but do you know that like propane sale place up on like 322, like across, like up the hill from the Walmart? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
There's like a Speedway gas station, and next to it was like I can't remember the company's name, but it was like a propane sales thing or whatever. So that propane thing is leaving.
Okay.
They have taken all of their stuff out, but the building is still there.
Yeah.
And it still says like propane underneath it or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're turning it into a Dunkin'. So they put the Dunkin' signage on there. So it currently says like Dunkin' propane sales or whatever. It's really funny. I've been trying to get a picture of it. My friend Nate did, but anyway, it's hilarious. All right. We actually have to go.
Yeah. Bye.
You got to stop the podcast.
Yeah.